Hello, 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 hello. Hello, welcome, guys. Hi, hello, people. Hello, wonderful people. Welcome, welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome to join. Come on, please share, invite, tag. Invite, tag people. You can come in. You can come and join in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Lucy. How are you doing? Good to see you. Miss you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, let's come in. Yeah, what am I going to talk about today? Ignorance is too expensive for us to care less about it. That is what I'm going to talk about today. If you've been following me, I've been talking about a lot of ignorance. And yeah, so today it's very expensive. We should not care. It's too expensive for us not to care less about it. Ignorance is a great bondage that deprive humanity from having happiness and fulfilling our life. Yeah, we need to understand that we cannot afford to live in ignorance because this is what is actually uh, um, destroying the world today. This is what is causing a lot of the commotion that is going on in the world today because a lot of people are living in ignorance. And it's not an insulting. I'm not trying to insult anybody because we are all ignorant, even including myself. I am ignorant of some things. You're ignorant of some things. We need to educate ourselves in things so that we know. Okay, so when we have a bunch of ignorant people living in the nation, it's always a result to have an ignorant nation. That is why when because in Africa, for example, there are a lot of people living in ignorance, and it's costing us dearly. It's costing us dearly. The reason why the continent of Africa is suffering is because of the ignorance a lot of people are living in, and it's very expensive and it's causing the nation costly. Okay, so because of the ignorance, that is why there are consequences that are fatal that is happening in the nation of Africa. For example, it's not only Africa, it's all over the world. So like, but Africa is the continent of Africa is more suffering because of the ignorance is there. Like everybody's affected, everybody's ignorant. Even the president of United States is ignorant in some ways. Even myself, I'm ignorant in some ways. We are ignorant, and ignorance is very expensive, and we should pay attention to it. We should learn how to seek knowledge in a lot of things that we are ignorant about, that we don't know about, because that is why there are a lot of consequences that is affecting the world today. So we all have to make it our responsibility to educate the people around us, all of us, educate people around us, to educate the mass in order for us to have a nation that is knowledgeable in Africa, especially. Not only Africa, but all over the world. We need to educate the masses of people to know about certain things that is happening, why certain things are happening. And when people have knowledge about certain things that are happening, we'll start seeing results about the things that is happening. Thank you, Sister Mabel. Thank you guys for joining, Tony, Chilma, and Samuel. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah. So the truth is that ignorance is a very dangerous aspect of our life. And I know in many lives it's causing a lot of pain, like right, because of ignorance. It's causing a lot of pain, it's causing a lot of frustration because of ignorance, it's causing confusion, and is also aggression because of ignorance. It's causing a lot of these things in the nation. The worst time when people act out of ignorance rather than taking the time to find out more information about a situation. A lot of people don't want to take the time to find out about a situation. They just come to conclusion. Oh, they just take things for granted. Oh wow, because certain people are doing this, or because people have been doing it for so long and it's been working for some people so long, so it's okay, it's a norm, okay, it's okay. But people are not taking the time to find out the information, because in life there are a lot of principles that God created, and we are supposed to be working based on those principles. There are principles that govern certain sphere of influence, or like for example, there is a principle that about finances, about relationship, about everything. There are certain principles that God have that created, said, okay, this is how this thing is supposed to work. And if you follow that formula, and if you plug in that formula exactly how God intended it to work, it will work for you perfectly. But most of us are ignorant in these principles. We don't know them. That is why we are failing in our life. That is why we are failing in so many areas, because we are not taking the time to find these principles that work in these areas. So, yeah. So, another saying is that there is a saying that says ignorance of the law is no excuse. You will be held accountable to the law, whether you know it or not, right? So you think that when you commit a crime because you didn't know, you're not going to suffer the consequences for it. You're going to suffer consequences for it, right? I don't know. Well, in Africa, you might not know. Oh, I didn't know, and they will forgive you. But in over here, you well, I didn't know I was speeding or something. You think that they're not going to give you tickets? They think they're just going to let you go? No. So many people who face difficulty in financing situation do so because of ignorance, right? Because of ignorance of basic financial principle behind credit card. For example, how many of us are in credit card debt? We are in a lot of debt. A lot of people, it's because of ignorance, because we didn't learn the principle, we didn't follow the laws about the financial principle. So guess what, we are in a lot of debt. We are in debt because we didn't take the time to learn how to do that, right? Ignorance of concepts such as interest and investment. We there's a consequences for it. We put everything on credit, right? A lot of us put a lot of things on credit, and then we're not realizing that at the end it's going to be higher for us to pay, right? Higher monthly payment. But if you learn how to use the credit card, say, okay, if I use the credit card, I buy something online. As soon as I buy the thing, I put the money back. Then you're not going to be full victim of the credit card debt. But if you leave it lingering, interest is accumulating. It's going to get higher and higher because we lack that knowledge. That is why a lot of people end up filing bankruptcy and all that kind of stuff, because we're ignorant, including myself. I am ignorant in that. Like, I fall victim of that because I didn't know, but now I know. So we need to educate people in those areas. Ignorance is the easy way out, and the easy way out is really the way to take, right? Everybody find the easy way out. What is the easy way out? Let me find the easy way out. And then later on, you find out it was actually not the easy way out at all. It was the difficult way out, because a lot of people find out what is easy. Easy doesn't mean it's good all the time. Sometimes you have to go the hard way, because when you go the hard route, sometimes you learn in the process, because there are certain process that we need to learn in life. When you learn that, guess what, you have learned it. Now you have experience in that, right? So it is always fine, it is always good for us to go through the process about certain things in life. Fighting out our own ignorance takes a dedication, a desire, and effort, right? We have to learn. We have to keep up an open mind, because a lot of people have a closed mind. They don't have open mind to learn things. Okay, let me hear your idea. Let me hear what you're saying. Maybe there is something that I need to learn from you, and there's something that you need to learn from me. So we have to have this open mind. But a lot of people have closed mind. They don't want to learn. They think that whatever they know, that's it. Whatever I know, that's it. I don't want to hear your information. I don't want to hear what you want to say, because what I know is the valuable things. Because that is the ignorance that a lot of us are. We think that we know it all. We think that we are perfect. We know it all, and nobody can tell us anything different, because whatever we know is the best and is the good. So whatever other people want to tell you, you don't want to hear it, right? Like, for example, I don't like to bring politics into this. Like, for example, what is happening in my country right now, there are two parties, APC and SLPB. The APC, they think they're superior. The SLPB thinks they're superior. Everybody thinks that they know it all. We're the better one, you're the better one, we're the better one, you're the better one. Like, so, like, nobody wants to take the time to say, okay, maybe there is some things that I can learn from you, and there's some things you can learn from me. Okay, let's share. Let's see what information that you have that I can take and I can make use of it, and what the other people have information that can get used. You can bring those information together, and that can benefit the country. But they don't look at it that way. They think that my idea has to rule, my idea has to support, because there are a lot of people like that. They think that they know it. We are not supposed to live like that. We're supposed to be having an open mind. We have to sometimes have to take step back for uh, uh, um for certain things, them, like, for example, for religion, for example, like for race, for nationality. We have to take step back. We have to take step back and look, because everybody is different. I can't be like you, you can't be like me. The God make us all unique in our own ways. You can't force me to be exactly like you, and I can't force you to be exactly like me. It's not possible. I can learn some things from you. Maybe I have some weak areas. Maybe you are strong in that area. Okay, I can learn how I can be strong in that area like you. And you can learn, maybe you are weaker in some areas that I'm strong in. And I can help you be strong. That is how we are supposed to be living our life. But people don't. It's like, I just want to be me. Yes, you can be you. There's no problem being you, but you have to be tolerant of race. You have to be tolerant of nationality. You have to be tolerant of your different skin color. Like, we all can be exactly the same. God created it this way because He wanted it. He have a reason why He created it that way. So ignorance keep us down, and it's keeping us from getting ahead. And the only way to combat it is to search for the knowledge we need in any area or situation. That is what we need to do. Never buy the first story or claim that you hear. Because a lot of people, when they hear first story, they buy it. And that's it. Never do that. Always listen to other people, like, explore, listen, okay, and then you make your conclusion at the end. What is the best outcome? What is the best solution? Because people don't take the best. They just say, oh wow, the first one sounds good, okay, I'm just going to take it. But you might be missing something else out there. You might be missing something more better than the first one that you accepted. But people don't take the time to explore things, right? So always wait. Don't take first. Say, okay, I'll listen to your idea. Okay, good. I'll listen to the next idea. Good. Next idea, next idea. Okay. Now, let me sit down. Let me think. What is the best outcome out of here? What is the best? Not the better, not the good, but the best. We always need to look for the best outcome. The best. Don't fall victim of the forced claim, or don't accept the first impression, because the first impression might not be the best impression. You might be missing out in a lot of things. So a lot of people are basing on their ignorance of many other aspects of their life or place that you have not yet seen. You have to explore. Be quick to say I don't know, because a lot of people don't want to say I don't know. It's like it's a bad thing if you said I don't know. People have to make up a story. They have to make up something so good, which is not true in the first place. When you can say I don't know, I don't know will not kill you. It will save you a lot. But people don't want to say I don't know. If they don't know information, they will say I don't know. Oh, let me find out. Let me research about it, or let me look into it for you. But people will never say that. Instead, they will make up story. Like sometimes people, you will go to you might be going somewhere, and you ask somebody for an address or for a location or something. Instead of the person said, I'm not sure, I don't know, they will give you the wrong address, just because people don't want to say I don't know. They don't want to feel, I don't know, feel bad or something. I don't know will save the person. Then you give the person the wrong address or the wrong direction. Then now you have make that person working extra hard. Instead of helping that person, you've not actually helped that person. You have actually punished, you're punishing the person. Instead of you thinking that I'm trying to be helpful. Simply saying, I don't know. The other thing, passing out and gossip, or hearsay. I said, oh, I hear. You need to go and look at the information first. Take the time and analyze the information before you pass it on. You don't want to be passing on a wrong information, and you are helping and destroying somebody that is not actually the true information. Because a lot of us have that a lot of us do that, passing information that is not actually accurate, that is not actually true. Because whatever the true information might be lost on the way, and now you are passing the wrong information that is not actually the accurate information. You always, if you want to pass information out, make sure that that information is actually accurate, is actually the right information before you pass it out. Don't pass it on if you don't know if it's not accurate, because ignorance is too expensive for us to just care less about it. We should stop living in that. We should start to learn and acquiring knowledge and getting knowledge. So, ignorance and stupidity. Yeah, yes, Sister Mary. Say you don't know when you don't know, but people will not say, I don't know. They will give you a story. They will make it so nice, and you actually believe them. But it's actually false, right? So there are two things: ignorance and stupidities are life and denying and dangerous. Okay, those two, ignorance and stupidity. They they kill people. They kill us when you being ignorant and you being stupidity. It's killing people. There are, for example, research have shown that those who are ignorant or uneducated people have shorter lifespan than the counterpart of the people are knowledgeable. Because when you're knowledgeable about something, it saves you, it give you more life, it make you live longer, because you know. Because, for example, for health, a lot of people today, they are living ignorant about health. They are overweight, they are eating fatty food, their heart is working overloaded, and they don't know cholesterol is getting higher and everything. But they don't know that simple changing your diet will save you. But people will not. They will keep eating the same food, and they expect change to their health. You're not gonna have change. Exercise, go for a walk, will help. Change your diet. Get some fruits and vegetable into your diet. But eating that meat all the time, eating that fatty, oily food, fried chicken all the time, you putting your heart is overworking. Your heart is working, overworking your heart. But it says your research, when you're knowledgeable, when you know something, is give you long life. But when we are ignorant about certain things, it makes people die. For example, somebody might have a headache. Okay, they will go and some people like African people, for example, they'll have headache. Instead of them go to the doctor, say, "Hey, doctor, I have headache." What they will do, they will go to church to go pray, say that they need deliverance, for example, right? That is ignorance. I have a headache. That's not for a deliverance thing. Is go to the doctor. Why am I having headache? Maybe my blood pressure is low. Maybe there is something, I might have a tumor, or maybe there is so many things that might cause your headache. There might be stress upon you or something. But when you go to the doctor will check and know. Then you know that you don't know. But some people, simple fix that they can fix, they will go to they will go to their pastor. Pastor, pray for me. I need deliverance. Because today, a lot of people in Africa have died because of ignorance. Because certain things they are supposed to go to the hospital for, they end up go to the pastor to pray about, and they end up dying. Before they can say, "Oh, let's take the person to the hospital," it's too late. But when you know certain things, "Oh, I'm sick, I have a cold, I need to go to the doctor, I need medication," that's knowledge. But it's like, no. But today, people will go to church instead of the hospital. People will prefer going to the pastor than going to the hospital. That is not ignorant, that is ignorant, right? So, education can bring significant benefits to our society. Education can bring significant benefits to our society, not only through higher employment or opportunity or income, but also uh, um, enhance our skills, improve our social status, for example, right? By being fully recognized that the power of education can change policy, for example, because you know there's certain policy. Okay, this policy is not working. Okay, let's do research. Let's think about it. Let's do research. What other country have done this kind of policy that works for them better? How did they do it? Let's change the policy, because education is power. Education is the key. Knowledge is more important than anything else. When you have knowledge, it can save you a lot of things. For our nation to grow, for example, if our nation Africa to grow, we must eliminate ignorance, because ignorance has to be eliminated out of Africa. We need to start educating the people, because the literacy rate is very high in Africa. That is why lot of politicians are taking advantage of the illiterate people. They just tell them whatever, and then they just take it and they run with it without thinking critical. Okay, how is this going to affect me? How is this going to affect my generation to come? How is it people don't think deep? Because our God, the God that we serve, is a deep God. He thinks deep. He just don't talk. He just don't think shallowly. He think deep about everything. He think about 5 years from now, 10 years from now. How is it going to affect? What is going to happen for generation to come? Not only at the moment, because a lot of us we think about the moment and that's it. But we need to think about long term. How is it going to affect long term to come? For our ignorance is more deadly than the killer virus, right? Ignorant is more deadly than killer virus. If you are infected with the virus, you have symptoms, and so you will go to the hospital, for example, for a medication or checkup or treatment, right? When you receive your cure, also prevent you from infecting other people. Most ignorant people are not even aware that they are ignorant in the first place. They cannot seek for help. Rather, they can help those who have been infected because they don't know that they are, for example, right? So, the effect of ignorance on you, on us, right? First of all, the effect of ignorance will have on you if you permit it to stay in your life. First of all, ignorance will keep you unprepared for life. When you're ignorant, it will keep you unprepared for life. It gives you inability to discern and plan rightly for the future. Ignorant. That is what it will do. It will limit you. It will limit your choices and your power. That is what ignorance do. It will also amplify your consequences. It also it will lead to more mistakes and greater cost. That is what ignorance do. Majority of people are ignorant of the most important things and the process of their life. That is why they don't know how their mind or their brain or body works. A lot of us don't know how our brain or our body works, our mind. They don't know how they unconsciously generate their own reality or happiness or sadness. A lot of people don't know how the reality of life. They don't know how to create happiness. They don't know how sadness happens. They don't know. They don't know the enemy of their success or their happiness. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people can't even anticipate their values or their core belief. A lot of people don't have values, they don't have belief, or some people they have belief, but their belief is like is not even improving them. It's not even benefiting them. They are believing on other people's belief. We need to have our own we need to have our own belief. You need to have your own belief. You need to have a, um, a value that you cannot go against. Say, these are my values. These are my belief. I cannot go against it. These values and belief, when it comes for you to make decisions, you look at them. Does this go against my belief? Does this go against my values? If those things go against your belief, and it's easy for you to make a decision. But when you don't have a belief or you don't have a value, you can take whatever belief, you can take whatever value because you don't know what. But if you have your belief, say, this is my belief, this is my value. Whenever I'm making my decision about anything, if they go against my belief, if they go against my value, I will not accept it. It makes your life very simple. It makes your life easy going because it's very easy. Does it go against my belief? Yes. Okay. No, I cannot do it because it goes against my belief. Does it go against my value? Yes. Okay. No, I cannot do that. But a lot of people don't have that. They don't have it. They just take whatever comes. They just believe whatever they believe. They cannot make decision on their own. A lot of people cannot make decision on their own. It's very hard for them to make a decision on their own. They just believe everybody. they cannot make decision on their own about their life, about their finances, about their marriage, about anything. A lot of people depend on their pastors today. Sorry guys, my nose. I still have cold. A lot of people believe in their pastors today. They Whatever is happening in their home, for example, they won't sit down as a family and discuss it as husband and wife. Say, okay, this is what's happening. Okay, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna solve this? A lot of women or men, they will go to their pastor, whatever the pastor says, even though if it against them, they don't want it. But because the pastor say it, they will do it. Well, my pastor said it. Even though your pastor tell you to go and divorce your husband, even though you know God said that is your husband. Your husband, your pastor said, go, that is not her husband, go divorce it. Some women will go, some men will go, they will divorce it. And they will end up regretting at the end because they don't have their own belief, they don't have their own value, they don't have anything about their life. They make, a lot of people make stupid mistake that cost them peace of mind. A lot of people. A lot of people make stupid mistakes that cost them the peace of mind. They bounce from one failure to another in their relationship, in their finances, in their career, in their health. A lot of people, we make a lot of stupid mistakes, including myself. I've made a lot of stupid. Now I'm learning. Thank God to DSA. Thank God. Thank God for DSA. That have make me focus, straight me, can't straighten me because I was off. I was off everything. But yeah, kind of God have helped me align me back to what I'm actually supposed to be because I was off track. So that is why a lot of people bounce from one failure to another, from one relationship to another relationship because of all this. The other thing, denial. The other thing, people denial of reality. A lot of people denial of reality. One of the most common attribute of ignorance is ignorant people do not care about fact. Neither do they have respect or consider of reality. A lot of people don't. They will rather assume that everything is okay than facing the fact or showing that there might be trouble, right? The denial of it. How many people ignore God's principle for living? A lot of people are ignoring God's principle of living. How many people ignore the evidence of their relationship? They know that they need to fix certain things in the relationship. They will not. They will just let it go. They want God to just come and fix it. You are supposed to fix your relationship. You are supposed to fix certain things. God is not going to come and fix it for you. But people, what? God is going to do it for me. God is going, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are supposed to do it. How many people ignore the warning sign of failure in some areas of their life? They ignore it. Oh, God will just fix it for me. God will just make it all right. No, you see it, you fix it. You know that is going to cause you consequences, that is going to affect your relationship, that is going to affect your finances, that is going to affect your career. You fix it right away, you make it straight, but you ignoring it. You asking for trouble, you asking for double trouble. African continent, for example, need to embrace knowledge and begin to prevent solution for the problem that is happening, right? Because we lot of we have seen the consequences, but we are ignoring it. That is why it is affecting us today because we ignore a lot of things. For example, the corruption that's happening in Africa. A lot of people saw the corruption, they ignore it. Now it have become a giant cotton tree, and it is very hard to get rid of it because when the seed was sown, the people ignore. It's no problem. Now it have become a major problem because a lot of people ignore. It is not good to ignore or be silent about things. When you see something that you think it's going to cause trouble, you need to speak up. You need to say something right away, and it will help you. in the long run. The worst danger is of ignorance, right? The number one danger of ignorance, and the worst one, is that we stand a chance of being rejected by God. Hosea, for example, for Hosea says, Hosea 4, verse 6b says, it said, because you have rejected knowledge, I also will reject you from being priest for me. When you reject knowledge, God rejects you. It's like basically you're rejecting God. Have given you knowledge and you're rejecting it. That means you're basically rejecting God. God, God is no lover or companion of those who reject knowledge. God is not a friend of people that reject knowledge. If you want to be used by God in a great dimension, then you must seek knowledge. God will only relate with you based on your level of knowledge. What will determine your level of exposure, for example, or influence in life is a total depend on what you know. What you know. If you want to be a man or woman that God will use in this season, then you need to love knowledge. You need to love knowledge. You need to know knowledge. Because when you must chase after knowledge as if your life depends on it, and of all cause or reality in life. You need to choose knowledge. Okay. In Second Timothy verse 2, verse 15 says, it say, be diligent to the present yourself approved to God, a worker who does not need to be ashamed, rightly divided the word of truth. We need to live by truth because the truth is the only thing that is going to set us free. Live by truth. Look for facts, look for truth, look for knowledge, because knowledge is the only thing that is going to give you power. We must have the understanding that knowledge is the process and in life, and it's a time duty. It's knowledge. We need to seek knowledge because a lot of people don't want to read book. A lot of people don't want to watch educational videos. They don't want. People will rather spend time looking at funny videos or funny things or funny comedy instead of actually adding knowledge into their life. They will rather just use goofy things. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but don't spend so much of your time. If you want to be a successful person, you have to seek knowledge by all possible means. The first step for breaking free from ignorance is being aware of the facts that you are ignorant. You need to know that you're ignorant. I am ignorant, you're ignorant. We need to know that. Not everything. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. You need to know that. It's become easier from the step when you know that you need to seek knowledge about everything. You don't know something, go to Google, go to YouTube. There's somebody probably have done a video about it that you might learn from it. You have to expand your knowledge. You need to expand your scope in the area of your ignorance. You should constantly practice what you have learned for the knowledge you have you acquired. So I've gone over my time, but I think I'm going to stop here for today. So the main goal, ignorance is too expensive for us to care less about it. We need to seek knowledge. When you don't know something, say I don't know. Go and learn about it. Don't just go and tell people, oh, give people false hope or false knowledge or false belief or false things. But go make sure you know what you're saying or make sure you've learned what you're saying. And don't give people false belief or false hope or false things that they're going to believe it and they're going to pass it on to somebody else that is going to endanger other people's life. So know for fact, make sure you do your research about certain things before you speak or before you give people information. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much. And please don't forget to share the information. Share this to people that might want to learn about something. And thank you guys so much and have a wonderful day and God bless you.